friends, Lissa here for another video. Today I would like to talk about what I've discovered as one of the most effective ways of explaining my lifestyle and my ethics, my choice to be vegan, with those who ask questions. Over the 4 years that I've been a raw vegan, I've had so many questions thrown at me about why I eat this way, where do I get this, how do I do that, and all of that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I found that I wanted to share with you guys is to use something similar to the Socratic method. As far as what I've heard, this is kind of what it is. When a person asks me a question, I don't necessarily always give them the answer right away. I ask them a question and try to get them to critically think themselves. An example of this would be if somebody asked me why I was vegan. Now, instead of answering the question and giving them the answer, I ask them to critically think themselves as to why I might be a vegan. So I get the typical question. Hey Lissa, why are you vegan? In turn, I say, why do you think that I'm a vegan? Tell me why you think I'm a vegan. That makes them critically think, because then they have to come up with the answer themselves instead of me just giving it to them. I get tons of different things. I get like, well, you want to eat healthier, or maybe is it because of the animals? So they actually come up with their own reasons. At that point, then I can answer the question and tell them exactly why I decide to be vegan. Another question that I get quite often is, where do you get your protein? And this is a natural question. We get it all the time as vegans, and especially raw vegans. People asking, where do I get my protein? In turn, I do the exact same thing and I say, where do you think I get my protein? Where do you think that I'm getting my protein? And people start to think. They have to critically think, because if you just give them the answers, then it's not necessarily always good for their growth themselves. We're planting a seed in their minds that's going to grow and help them critically think in the future as well. Because if you can get them to think of the answer for themselves, then you've got half the battle down. People will tell me, they say, well, I don't know where you're getting your protein. Maybe from your vegetables, maybe from your fruit. Are you eating more seeds? And then they start asking more questions themselves. It's a lot easier to have a debate when you can get them to think instead of providing all of the answers for them. Some questions you kind of have to answer because they may not have a frame of reference. For example, people say, how can I eat raw at work? I can't necessarily say, how do you think that I eat raw at work? For those questions, I do just give them my answers, but for the most part, asking the person the question back and getting them to critically think really helps to open up the dialogue and have a much more balanced conversation, instead of telling them why and then them feeling a little bit defensive, maybe trying to defend their own beliefs. But when they think about it, sometimes people are a lot more open to understanding your lifestyle than if you just gave them the answers. So I hope this helped some of you guys. If you have questions from non-vegans or people who are interested in how you eat or how you live, to use this method to start opening a nice dialogue with them. If you guys like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. All of my recipes are here at my e-store. I have 3 recipe books right now. Dips and dressings is the most popular. It is so delicious. So if you want to head over there and grab that, you can also get printed versions on Amazon. Just go to Amazon and search the books. You can find them over there. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. So until the next video, guys, fruit on.